So can I ask this? What has changed? Because I've been there, as I said a few times, and I remember how respectful everyone is to the
Top
people at the top, and this seems like a drastic change that even anyone might be doing something different. What in the mindset has changed? Do you think it's Facebook? Do you think it's youth? Like what's made it happen?
I think it's definitely Facebook is the catalyst.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Okay.
Because the first few years that we've been using Facebook, we don't actually know how to use Facebook. Even Facebook don't know how we use Facebook. So after a few years, we kind of grow, and I think we kind of master Facebook now. So we know how to use it, and then how we gonna like change things with Facebook.
So will you get in trouble will you get in trouble or will they, well, not you specifically, will people get in trouble if they share news that's critical of the government on Facebook?
You're gonna get in trouble. If you're famous or you're an activist, you definitely go in jail. If you're nobody, maybe not.
Right,
So Kaplan's fine, I'm not, is what we're saying.
I'm pretty well known there. I had a lot of, they remember me from my tour. But I read there's like a Thai rapper got arrested. I read there's some famous people have been arrested. And what is have you seen where I was reading about the Hunger Games salute, the 3-finger salute? Is that something you've seen done at these protests or?
No, not yet, but there's a lot of news on Facebook, but I have not seen it with my own eye because like we just get out of COVID. So we don't.
So Sarin, when you said people have mastered Facebook, do you mean they've figured out ways to get around this idea that if they share the wrong thing, or what does that mean? They mastered Facebook?
I think we kind of know not to share the wrong post, but we read. There was like a ranking of someone is ranking what's Facebook page getting like a lot of views, a lot of like. So there's a guy that's talk about things that get a lot of views, but almost no likes. So he has like 100 likes, but like millions of views. So we know not to share something that's dangerous.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Wow.
You can't like it. Interesting. We don't think about it that way at all here. Yeah. And here everyone bashes Facebook like it's against democracy in America because of Russia using it. But it's great in other parts of the world. It's actually a pro democracy.
Well, what Facebook does, I think, and I'm an expert because I watched that movie last night, The Social Dilemma. So
I didn't watch that yet.
What it does is well, we all know this anyway. It puts you in your bubble. Right? It feeds you the news that it wants it decides you want to see. Right.
Right.
And so that way it separates people and then creates division in that way. But this seems like that's a really interesting way of doing it. So you can view it, but you don't like it.
Yeah. And do not comment it, definitely, because
don't comment. Yeah.
No comment. Just
wow.
View, just straight. Yeah.
And then how do you know it exists? Because the way we find out it exists, Facebook pushes it into our news feed because it has enough likes or enough comments,
That's interesting because I heard that someone, I saw someone share it and then I clicked. That guy should not do that. But when I click in, it's like, I can read all days. Like two years ago, I read about like the secret page or something, but it's not secret, but nobody shared.
No one in Thailand would share.
Yeah. So after a few days, I think a few years, now we know who he is, and then we kind of, talk about it. That
who this person on Facebook is, who's sharing this stuff. Is that what you mean? You know who that person is? You don't have to tell me who it is, but you know who it is. Yeah. That's like QAnon. We know who Q is now. he's some loser in New Jersey.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that. They found him out like 2 days ago. It's just some guy in New Jersey.
Unbelievable.
He's like he works at Citigroup.
And he runs a cult.
He's a pencil pusher at Citigroup. Yeah.
This internet's really created double lives for everybody. It's great.
He took down all of his Q stuff, Kaplan. His whole
Oh.
page came down within like hours of getting discovered.
Really? How I
Yeah.
missed that whole story. Let's book him for next week.
But next week's pod.
We'll get into
Come on.
queue.
So that's so interesting how Facebook works. Do you think that there's chance that they'll ban Facebook in the future?
They have tried for a few years now, but it
They've-
have not success yet.
But
Too
can't
hard.
they just pull the? I mean, can't they just pull the plug if they want to pull the? I've lived in countries where they banned Facebook
Yeah.
before.
But they cannot do that because it's gonna look bad for country, right? Our government trying to look good for the Westerner for some times now.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
Yeah,
why?
Because you have all these honeymooners who like to go to Thailand, and if they can't post their Facebook pictures while they're in Thailand of them on their honeymoon, they're not going to want to go to Thailand.
It's like, did it even happen?
Did it even happen? Like, if you can't Instagram's Facebook, if you can't Instagram your photos riding an elephant or something, then
If you
it
can't
didn't happen.
forage at the Four Seasons, Kaplan,
If you can't forage, exactly. I mean, it's
why even go?
the whole honeymoon in tourism is she's going to collapse. So yeah, it's over.
But that is it. I mean, to be honest, like China doesn't live off of tourism. That's not their main thing. So they can take it. Who cares if people aren't tourists?
yeah,
But Thailand,
really
you
live in
need
tourism.
tourists, right? Is that the reason why?
I think that's it. I found the answer. Thank you.
No, I mean, it's sometimes the dumb answer is right. I think. I mean,
Yeah, but I think that's it because we live off tourist money.
Yeah.